quick update because clearly the world has become a whole lot more complicated in the last week or so. But just note that this was filmed around March the 4th, so a lot is happening at the moment right now out there, so apologies if it's already out of date by the time you're watching it. At the end of February, as we all know, a war erupted in the Middle East. And markets do not like uncertainty, and we are watching the events that were unfolding, of course, very closely. We're stress testing portfolios, adjusting position sizes where needed, and reviewing our price of sort of fair value assumptions, of course, in real time. And that's our job as portfolio managers. Importantly though, this doesn't actually change February's results, which is what I'm going to talk about now. So February was actually quite a positive month for most of our funds. We saw a sharp rotation after a widely circulated research piece about the impact of AI on the labour market sort of spooked investors and triggered a bit of a sell-off that had been going on for some time in tech and software. So money moved quite quickly into hard assets like property and infrastructure. Our global growth fund, was the top performer for the month. Property and infrastructure, as I've mentioned, was also performed quite strongly. A number of strategies were broadly neutral, and that's kind of what we would hope for in this type of environment because that's what diversification can bring to portfolios. Two of our Aussie funds, I will mention, they did feel the impact of the sort of software sell-off. That can happen in fast rotations. We are active managers. We're not going to get every single call right all of the time. But we're quite confident that the fundamentals of those businesses remain intact for the long term, and we're not seeing any changes at all to the earnings outlook from a AI disruption perspective. I mean, more broadly, circling back to the situation I mentioned at the start about in the Middle East is, PI's been running since 2007. We have navigated the GFC, COVID, inflation shocks, and multiple geopolitical events. Every one of them has felt uncomfortable at the time, but none of them have changed the importance of staying disciplined as investors. Volatility is not something that we fear. That's where opportunity comes from. We're calm, we're focused, we've got this, and thank you for your continued trust.